Yes. So if you have only one condition and the two alternatives, then you use the if-else statement. What is the general syntax of if-else statement? Uh, if into the bracket test expression, or you can say this is a condition or a test expression. This is a statement one block, or you can say this is a true block. Else it is a false block, or here I write statement 2 block and the general statement X. This block is called as the true block. This block is called as the false block. So according to this syntax, the test expression, or this is a condition. First of all, the condition will be evaluated. If the result of condition or the result of test expression becomes true, then the statement one block or the true block will be evaluated. But if the condition becomes false, then it directly jumps to the else part. Means you have the two alternatives. If the condition is true and if the condition is false. If the condition is true, then the true block or the statement one block will be evaluated. And if the condition becomes false, then control is directly jumped to the else part, because this is the false block, and the statement 2 block will be evaluated. Means in any means after evaluation of this test expression, any one of the block, any one of means either true block or the false block will be evaluated. After evaluation of any one block, then statement X will be evaluated. And what about the flowchart of this if-else statement? It's very simple. Just like the previous. First of all, the condition will be tested. Means test expression, if the test expression becomes true and if the test expression becomes false, means you have the two different ways. If it becomes a true, then it evaluates the true block, or according to our syntax, here I write the statement one block. So statement one, if it becomes a false, means the condition becomes a false, then control is directly jump to the else part, means statement 2 block will be evaluated, or in another words you can say this is the false block. So statement 2 block will be evaluated. Means in any case, means either the true block or the false block will be evaluated, and after any one block, means either true or false, it evaluates the statement X block. Means compulsory the statement X will be evaluated. Either it becomes true or it becomes a false, and that's why the statement X will be placed just below the complete structure of if else. So where you have to use the if else statement? If you have only one condition and two alternatives, either yes or no, either true or false. This is the flow chart of this if else statement, and with the one example you will get the clear idea about the if else statement. Suppose for example I want to check whether the number is positive or negative. So in that case, you have to use the if-else statement. So how to use? Just I write again here the main function. Suppose for example, I take here one number of the type integer. If you want to take the number from user, then you have to use the printf statement as well as the scanf statement. So how to write? By using the printf statement. Printf, enter any number \n, and after that just I read that number from the user with the help of scanf statement. So how to read? As I have declared number as an integer, the format specifier is %d and I use here ampersand to read the value of the number from the user. Okay, so after reading the value to the number, I check here if number is greater than 0 or not. Because what is my aim? My aim is to find out whether the number is positive or negative. So all of you are aware about the concept of the positive number and the negative number. What is a positive number? The number which is greater than 0 is called as the positive number. And the number which is less than 0 is called as the negative number. So, what will be the condition? The condition is if number is greater than 0. If number is greater than 0, then if the condition becomes true, then you have to just print the number is positive. Number is positive. Number is positive \n. Okay, and if the condition becomes false, then we have to write the else block, and into the else block you just display the another message of negative number. So otherwise the number is negative. So very simple example, number is negative and the else block will be completed. Afterwards you just here the statement X means you just print here the value of number. Printf the number equal to %d, whatever the number you have to just print the number. The number which is entered by the user, that number will be displayed on the screen. Okay. Very simple example means you have to take only you have to check whether the number is positive or negative with this condition. Number is greater than 0. Here you can also write the number is less than 0. In that case, what happens in that case? If you write here the number is less than 0, then the first message is number is negative. Otherwise, the number is positive. But here I use number is greater than 0, then obviously if the number is greater than 0, the number is positive. And that's why the message is number is positive. Means if the condition exists, if this condition becomes true, then this statement will be evaluated. If this condition becomes false, then what happens? It directly jump to the else part and it just evaluate the number is negative. And after the statement X means in this example here the number equal to whatever the number entered by the user that will be displayed on the screen. So this is about the if-else statement. Clear? Any doubt? All of you understood the concept of if and if-else statement? Please unmute your mic. Hello. Hello, Lina. Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next variation of the if-else statement is nested if-else statement. Nested if-else statement. So what do you mean by the nesting concept? So before going to the nested if-else, first you understand what is the meaning of nesting. Nested if-else statement. What do you mean by the nesting? Nesting means the one complete if-else statement is embedded within the another if-else statement, and this is called as the concept of nesting. So what is the general syntax of the nested if-else statement? If test condition, here I write test condition 1, then again here if test condition 1, then the statement 1 block, again here if another if statement, or just 1 minute. Instead of that, if test condition 1, here I write if test condition 2, then here statement 1 block, else statement 2 block, and now here the else of first if statement, statement 1, statement 2, and here it is a statement 3 block, and the general statement, statement else. So this is the syntax of nested if else statement. Nested means what? The one if else statement is completely placed or completely embedded within the another if else statement, and this is called as the nesting. So this first bracket, this is called as the inner if else, and this one is outer if else. And now you will get a clear idea with this figure. Inner if else is what? This is one complete if else statement. This complete if else statement is completely embedded within this outer if else statement, and this concept is called as the nested if else statement. So what is the working of this nested if else statement? First of all, the test condition 1 will be evaluated. If the result of test condition 1 becomes true, then it entered into the body of this if statement, and it again evaluate the second condition, test condition 2. Again here, if the result is true, then statement 1 block will be evaluated. If the result becomes false, then it directly jumps to the else part and evaluate the statement 2 block. If the test otherwise, the test condition 1 becomes false, then it directly jumps to the else part and statement 3 block will be evaluated. And after this, the sequential statement just below this complete structure, that is a statement X, and by default that statement X will be evaluated. So this is called as the nested if else statement. Means you have the multiple conditions or more than one condition and multiple alternatives. In that situation, you have to use the nested if else statement. One simple example, suppose I want to find out the largest of three numbers using the nested if else statement. Largest of three numbers. So how to find out the largest of three numbers using the nested if else statement? Once again I write here the code. Suppose instead of taking the values from the user, I directly assign here. I take here the three variables A, B, C, and just I assign the value A equal to 10, B equal to 5, and C equal to 20. Okay. And all of you know that what will be the output, because all these three numbers are in front of you, and my aim is to find out the largest number from this given three numbers, 10, 5, and 20. Which is the largest number? 20. So what will be the output? The output becomes a 20. So how to use the nested if else statement? So for that nested if else statement, first of all, you have to compare the A with another two variables. If A is greater than B, then again the second condition is A is greater than C. Just remember the syntax of nested if else statement. Nested if else statement means, first of all, this is your first condition. If the result of the first condition becomes the true, then it evaluates the another condition. If A is greater than C, means if the value of A is greater than C, then you have to just print the largest value is print large equal to %D, and that becomes a A. This is your if statement. Else, another statement. printf large equal to what? Large equal to percent d and c. Obviously c, right? Because you are comparing here only two values, a and c. If a is greater, then the output becomes large equal to a. If a is not greater, then the output becomes large equal to c. And see here, in our case, the value of a becomes 10 and value of c becomes 20. If 10 is greater than 20, condition is true or false? Unmute your mic and tell me. 10 is greater than 20, true or false? Is 10 greater than 20? No. So it directly you have jump to the else part and it displays the value large equal to what? C means 20. So this is your completely the inner if else statement. So after that, one condition is remaining, that is you have to check whether the B is greater than C or not. So in else part, you have to specify the condition if B is greater than C. Because we have the three different variables A, B, C, and we have the various conditions. As we have already checked the conditions, we have checked for the conditions for the A and the C. Now the remaining conditions are B and C. If the B is greater than, in else part, if B is greater than C, if the condition is true, then printf large equal to what? B. Large equal to percent D, B. Otherwise, printf large equal to what? C. Large equal to percent D, C. So this is the example of nested if-else statement. The one if-else statement is completely embedded within the, this is an inner if-else and this is a outer if-else. So with this example, you will get the clear idea about the if-else, nested if-else statement. So till we learn about the various three different statements, the first statement is if statement. If you have only one condition and one alternative, then you use the simple if statements. The second statement is the variation of if statement. If you have only one condition and the two different alternatives, then you have to use the if-else statement. And after that, the third variation is the nested if-else statement. Nested if-else statement means the one if-else is completely embedded or completely placed within the outer or within the another if-else statement, and this concept is called as the nested if-else concept. Now the next concept is only one concept, if-else if ladder. Next one is else if ladder. Else if ladder. This is the last variation of the if statement, else if ladder. Why it is called as ladder? Because this when this else if ladder is used, if you have the multiple conditions and the multiple alternative, or there is a choice of multiple alternatives, in that situation you have to use the else if ladder. What is the syntax? The syntax is if condition 1. First of all, we have to check the first condition, that is a condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, then statement 1 block will be evaluated. Otherwise, you have to check for the another condition, that is condition 2. Means else if condition is true, then statement 1 block will be evaluated. Otherwise means else if, otherwise you have to again check the another condition, that is else if, that is condition 2. Then if the condition 2 becomes true, then the statement 2 block will be evaluated. If not, then again you have to go for the another one condition 3. If the condition becomes true, then you have to solved, or then the statement 3 block will be evaluated. Likewise, the number of conditions and the number of statement blocks will be evaluated. Else if condition n means like you have the multiple number of n conditions. So else if condition n, then the block becomes statement n block, statement n block, and the one else is remaining for this if, and that is a else. Else the another block, that block is called as the default block, default statement block. So this is about else if ladder. Means if you have the multiple conditions and the multiple ways, alternatives, then you go for the else if ladder. So what is the working of else if ladder, or how it evaluate, how it work? See here, the working is, first of all, the condition 1 will be evaluated. If the result of condition 1 becomes a true, then this statement 1 block will be evaluated. But if the result of condition 1 becomes a false, then else part will be evaluated. Again, in the else part, the another condition is given, condition 2. Again, the condition 2 will be evaluated. And the same working. Again, if the condition 2 becomes a true, then statement 2 block will be evaluated. Otherwise, it goes to the else part, and again it evaluates the another one condition, that is condition 3. If it is true, then statement 3 block will be evaluated. Otherwise, it goes for the another one condition. Again, it goes for another condition. So likewise, the number of n conditions, there is the possibility of number of n conditions. But if the condition 1 becomes a false, then directly your control will be jumped to the else, corresponding else of this if statement, and the default statement will be evaluated. So in this case, if the condition becomes a false, then totally this part will be skipped. Skip means totally this part will not be evaluated by the computer, and it directly jump to the else part, and by default statement will be evaluated. So this is about the else if ladder. And in the next lecture, we will see about the next control structure, that is a switch statement. If anyone has a difficulty, then please tell me. All of you understood the topic, the various if statements, if else, nested, and the else if ladder. If you have any difficulty, please ask. Otherwise, I stop the lecture.